The summer sun was settling low in the sky, casting golden light across the quiet suburban neighborhood. Michael, a former Army medic now living with PTSD and a service-related spinal injury, walked slowly down the sidewalk with his German Shepherd, Ranger. The dog wasn't just a pet, he was Michael's lifeline. Ranger could sense when panic attacks loomed, could wake him from nightmares, and even retrieve medication when his body trembled from flashbacks. For months, life had been as close to peaceful as Michael could hope. That peace ended when the new HOA president moved in across the street. Her name was Karen Whitfield, and almost from the first day, her disapproving eyes lingered on Michael's house. His ramp looked unsightly. His flag was too large. His dog was too loud. But Ranger was never loud. He was disciplined, trained, and calm, the very opposite of the chaos Karen seemed to radiate. The first confrontation came on a Thursday morning. Michael was watering his small garden when Karen marched over, her HOA badge swinging on a lanyard around her neck. "That dog of yours," she snapped, pointing a manicured finger at Ranger, who sat obediently beside Michael. "This is a family neighborhood. Pets have to be leashed and quiet at all times. I've seen him off-leash in your yard. That's against HOA rules." Michael held back his irritation. "He's not a pet. He's a service dog, registered and trained. The ADA protects my right to have him." Karen's face tightened like he had spoken a foreign language. "ADA or not, I make the rules here. And I don't want that beast near the community pool or near children. Consider this your warning." Michael walked away, refusing to let her words sink claws into his fragile peace. But inside, unease stirred. People like her didn't stop with one warning. And he was right. 2 weeks later, it escalated. Michael was returning from the pharmacy, Ranger walking faithfully at his side. As they neared their driveway, Karen appeared from behind a hedge holding a spray bottle. Before Michael could react, she squeezed the trigger, and a stream of chemical cleaner shot out, straight into Ranger's face. The German Shepherd yelped, jerking back, pawing at his muzzle. The smell was sharp, like bleach mixed with ammonia. Michael's heart lurched. Ranger. He dropped his bag, rushing to shield his dog, his own lungs burning from the chemical mist. Karen's eyes gleamed with smug satisfaction. "That'll teach your mutt to stay off community property." But her smile faltered as neighbors began peeking from windows and phones appeared in hands. One man shouted, "Lady, that's animal cruelty." Another neighbor rushed out with water, helping Michael flush Ranger's eyes. Ranger whimpered, his trust in the world momentarily shattered. Michael's hands shook as rage and fear collided. But then, training kicked in. He steadied himself, whispering to his dog, "Easy, boy. I got you. I'll protect you now." That was the night Michael called the police. And that was the night Karen learned that when you attack a service animal, you're not just breaking neighborhood rules. You're breaking federal law. The flashing red and blue lights washed over Karen's pristine lawn like a warning flare. She stood on her porch, arms folded, trying to look calm as 2 officers stepped out of their patrol car. Michael sat on his front steps, one hand gently stroking Ranger's fur, the other holding a damp towel to his dog's muzzle. "Sir, tell us what happened," Officer Daniels said. Michael explained everything, the previous warnings, the harassment, and finally, the chemical attack. His voice trembled when he described Ranger's yelp. "He's not just a dog. He's my medical support. Without him, I don't function." And she tried to hurt him like he was nothing. The officer's eyes hardened. He turned to Karen. "Ma'am, is this true? Did you spray his service animal with chemicals?" Karen's confidence faltered, but she tried to laugh it off. "Oh, come on. It was just a little cleaner. I was trying to protect community property. That thing shouldn't be walking everywhere." But Officer Daniels didn't smile. His partner, Officer Ruiz, stepped forward. "Ma'am, let me explain something very clearly. Interfering with, harming, or attempting to disable a service dog is a federal offense under the ADA and the U.S. Code. People go to prison for this." The color drained from Karen's face. She stammered, "Prison? For disciplining a dog?" "No," Ruiz said sharply. "For assaulting a medical service animal." That's the same as assaulting the person it protects. This isn't just cruelty, it's a federal crime. Neighbors gathered now in clusters, their whispers circling like wind through leaves. Phones recorded. Karen's empire of control was cracking. The officers took photographs of the chemical bottle, bagged it as evidence, and noted witness statements. Michael felt both vindicated and shaken. He had spent years in service to his country, only to come home and fight a different kind of battle, in his own neighborhood. But in that moment, looking at Ranger's damp fur and trusting eyes, he knew one thing: he wasn't going to back down anymore. Karen, who once strutted with self-importance, now looked like a child cornered by consequences she never imagined. The officer's final words that night rang like a gavel. "Ma'am, you're being charged under state animal cruelty laws, and this case will be referred for federal review. You should get a lawyer." Karen froze, her mouth open, her future suddenly uncertain. Michael, exhausted but unbroken, whispered to Ranger, "They don't hurt us anymore, boy. Not ever again." And from that night on, the neighborhood began to see Ranger not as a nuisance, but as a hero.